Disney, being as woke and inclusive as it is still pulling these types of ridiculous shenanigans, doing crazy things like making Ariel blue on the poster for very racist China. And of course, it's coming from Steph, my nerdy home, over at Twitter. Make sure that you go follow her over there. Huge shout out for this find. The Little Mermaid China poster, Ariel is blue. This is absolutely insane. But this is just the tip of the iceberg of all the insane news that we need to get into today for The Little Mermaid, because this film is already shaping up to be a total and complete disaster. Report claims Disney's The Little Mermaid posting dismal ticket pre-sales in China. And this is just the beginning of the bad news that we are getting about this film. An online entertainment commentator claimed on Sunday that Disney's live-action remake of The Little Mermaid is struggling to attract interest in communist China before Friday's opening. So we already know from everything that we have begun to see from the very first time that they started to release trailers for this film that there is going to be a major backlash for this. But entertainment commentator Luis Fernando, well known for offering general box office reports, claimed on Sunday that only $4,000 in pre-sales were sold for The Little Mermaid Friday for the entire period of May 25th through 28th. And I can only imagine the panic that is happening at Disney hearing this news. This is a complete and total failure for Disney. Yeah, you know, hey, at least they continue to push diversity. That is awesome. Great job, Disney. You know, keep it up. It's really working out well for you. But we have a lot of other bad news that we need to get into today. The Little Mermaid pre-ticket sales showing worst performing Disney release this year in China. And then, of course, the reviews have started to pour in for the film as well. It's not going very well. Walt Disney caught some flack over his decision to pursue a live-action remake of 1989 animated classic The Little Mermaid, certified fresh at 92%, and sentiment from some corners of the internet turned positively ugly when the company revealed that the film's scaled star Ariel would be played by black actress Halle Bailey. Which, of course, you know, anyone with common sense knows that ultimately that is not the criticism. That is not ultimately what the criticism is. It is way more complex than that. But, you know, for all these people that love to talk about nuance about things, they don't like to talk about that type of nuance, apparently. But we, of course, have the Rotten Tomatoes score coming in for this film. And currently it sits at 70% fresh from critics, which is not that great, okay? Because this score is definitely going to be going down. But when you also look at the top critics' reviews, it's even worse. Currently sitting at 45% rotten from top critics. And top critics are making up about a third of these reviews so far. We should all be very offended by this. This is terrible. This means that the critics are turning racist and sexist, my friends. This is absolutely devastating, and I can't wait for all of the mainstream media articles that are going to be out there talking about how racist and sexist the critics are. But of course, they're not going to do that because they're all playing on the same side, unfortunately. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what this score ends up being, the audience score, because I already have a feeling this is going to go two ways. Either it's going to be very bad, or Disney is going to pull their typical shenanigans for films that get released, especially films like this, where they are going to fluff up those numbers, and it's going to be, you know, we're going to see a lot of AI bot type of reviews pouring in for this film that are basically being very ambiguous and basically saying this film is the greatest thing that's ever happened for humanity. But let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.